Everyone. Thank you. It's nice to be here with you this morning. As we said, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Delaware EPSCoR program. So Delaware EPSCoR is based out of several jurisdictions, not unlike the IDEA Foundation, in which there are states that receive less than 0.75 of NSF funding. EPSCoR actually, which is the established program to stimulate competitive research, goes across many of the federal agencies, as you'll see below: USDA, the National Science Foundation, NASA, EPA, Department of Energy, and Department of Defense. And so you'll see the states that are eligible for this type of funding. EPSCoR goals are intended to catalyze the development of research capabilities across the state and creation of new knowledge. It's intended to educate students in the next generation of STEM scientists. It's to broaden participation and with diverse individuals and participants across the network and within the jurisdiction. It's to support and sustain and engage sustainable project participants and partners. So we actually presently partner with Delaware State University, Delaware Technical Community College, and Wilmington University within Delaware. And then it's to have the impact over time beyond the project and the investments. And the goals really are to provide not only research infrastructure, but human infrastructure as well. And some of the things we've done over the years to catalyze and have impact over time is we've hired 25 faculty in Delaware. What we do, provide support for them in terms of setting up their labs, postdocs, graduate students, funding waivers, things of that nature. Most of the faculty are still here. 23 out of 25 are still in Delaware. Provided some support to help them get started when they started their process at their institution. EPSCoR has also been given investments in initial grants, so about $101 million came to the state of Delaware for these EPSCoR programs, and has in turn catalyzed $139 million in additional funding. You'll see on the right, that's about 293 research awards. They're broken down into different types. Some are research awards, some are center awards, there's education awards, there are NSF career awards, equipment awards, innovation awards, and providing this opportunity to help catalyze and continue to build over time. In addition, we've supported and developed different types of labs across the University of Delaware at other partner institutions. So the Advanced Materials Characterization Lab, we supported the development of that, equipment for that, and the staff that are in that lab. We've also supported in the development of the Center for Applied Economics, the Center for Science, Ethics, and Public Policy, the Center for Integrated Biological and Environmental Research, which is at Delaware State University, the Delaware Environmental Institute, the Delaware Environmental Monitoring and Analysis, the Office of Economic and Innovative Partnerships, and we provided significant startup and core fee waivers for the DBI Bioimaging Center and the Sequencing and Genotyping Center. And I can share my slides and you can click on any one of these, but these particular programs were actually catalyzed through the EPSCoR investments that were provided to Delaware. In addition, we do a lot around economic development, and so we've had 75 patents, 17 new products, and 5 new businesses. And one of the main things that we do in economic development, which some of you may be familiar with, is our Spin-In program. If you're not, I'll tell you just a little bit about it. It's an experimental learning program for undergraduate students, and they're managed and mentored by graduate students and a company. So what happens is a company spins in an idea to the University of Delaware Office of Economic and Innovation Partnerships, or OEIP, and then they build a team of students around communication, maybe engineering, and help to maybe do market research and then spin it back out to the company. Through that, there were 31 projects supported, 175 students, 14 new products were developed, and 5 new businesses. One of the other things that we do to educate and engage broader participation is support graduate students. So over the years, we've supported 400 graduate students. In particular, we have 45 graduate fellows in the Delaware Environmental Fellows Program, the picture on the right, and those are some of our cohorts that have been involved in this. And they've gone on to university faculty, owners of startup businesses. They've actually gone even to government and foundations such as EPA, NSF, NOAA, and the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation. And so we've invested a lot of money in helping to build these students and give them opportunities outside of their normal educational practices. They do a lot more professional development. Things like Pitch 90, which is where the students do like a 90-second pitch of their science and they get judged. And it's actually a fun event, which is happening in November of this year. In addition, we support undergraduate students. Over 1,200 have been supported. You'll see that we do that across the network. And so there's partnerships with Delaware Tech, Wesley College, and the University of Delaware. And one of the things that we did through undergraduate training is to help support and expand the research that actually happened at Delaware Tech, which is a great opportunity to help them build their research and the experiences of their students. We support STEM education opportunities in local communities through STEM expos and 4-H camps. So STEM expos provide young students, high schoolers and middle schoolers, what's happening in science, what's happening at Del Tech, and provide that training. And then we also do, through the summer, we do the 4-H camp, which is really neat. We actually help students that are we support younger students, undergraduates, but young students in learning about science and having science all throughout the summer. And it's a really fun experience. And in fact, our graduate students in the fellows program actually run the courses and the classes for the 4-H camps. So what does EPSCoR status in Delaware mean for you? So first, one of the things that's good about NSF EPSCoR status is that it gives you the opportunity to maybe perhaps get co-funding. So if you are right at the line where maybe perhaps your grant is like, if they want to fund 4, but they don't have enough for 5, NSF co-funding will actually provide support for that 5th proposal. We actually had that happen through our EPSCoR program in NSF EPSCoR, and they provided support for a project that was about $4.3 million. We also provide funding for red team reviews and proposal development support. So we give money to faculty who might need maybe a graphic designer or an outside group looking at it before it actually goes to the federal agencies. One of the things that through the CHIPS and Science Act from the NSF is that they're looking to support within the next couple of years, 20% of the whole NSF budget needs to go to EPSCoR states. So the more we can do to help with successful proposals, the better it will be for us. Access to state-of-the-art research labs and equipment. We provide fee waivers to help support that. We support research activities through interns, travel, and supplies. We can connect people to the broader EPSCoR communities at the local and national level. We can connect mentors and potential collaborators and partners across the network and projects to help in different types of areas in terms of your science and research. And that is it for me. So if you have any questions, I now open it up to the group.